The latest trial to mesmerize viewers of CourtTV.
I couldn't remember.
So you
I
look
was looking for it.
in the closet or under the bed, one of the two.
Right.
A set of twins. One a model citizen, the other a troubled character who chooses the dark side. Pursued by the law, the so-called evil twin allegedly hatches a diabolical plot to murder the good twin and assume the good twin's identity. In rough strokes, that incredible story, the one I've just laid out, is what the state of California alleges happened in the case of Jeen and Sunny Han. Take a look.
I told him not to hurt me. Take anything you want, don't hurt me. And then he kept saying, you know, shut up, don't say anything. You know, otherwise I'll have to kill you or shoot you.
What Sunny Han didn't even want to imagine and still cannot admit was that her would-be killer had been sent by her sister, her identical twin, Jeen Han.
I was devastated, and I told them, you know, that's not true. I told them, I keep telling them, she's in jail. She's in San Diego County Jail already. And why are you relating this to my sister? She's got nothing, absolutely nothing to do with it.
Last July, Sunny Han appeared on my program to tell the story of an evil twin who almost succeeded with her diabolical plan to kill her identical twin sister and then steal her identity. It might have been the twisted plot of a good murder mystery, except that Sunny's bizarre tale is true life, and it really happened to her. The two little girls you are seeing, Jeen and Sunny Han, identical twins, who grew up to become two lovely high school co-valedictorians, excelling in every way despite the hardship that forced their mom to give them up and leave them with relatives during their teen years. But the tie that binds these two eventually became a breeding place for hatred and jealousy. It was Jeen, one of the twins, who developed a gambling problem. It was an obsession that forced her to steal from her family and her friends. After being arrested for reportedly stealing thousands of dollars in checks, Jeen escaped from jail and hatched this plot to kill her twin, Sunny.
Well, there had evidently been some trouble between the two sisters. The victim had provided information to the police that ultimately led to Jeen's conviction on fraud and theft charges in San Diego County, for which she was doing her time in San Diego County.
On November 6, 1996, Jeen was arrested again, this time for attempting to murder her own twin sister, Sunny. She had allegedly taken two punks, 17-year-old Archie Bryant and 16-year-old John Adam Sayarth, with her to Sunny's apartment. Once there, the plan was for the would-be murderers to tie Sunny up, while Jeen waited outside until it was time for her to come in to commit the fatal act.
She had planned, again, to take over her sister's identity, kill her sister, and basically assume her identity and use her credit and her good name.
But the plot was foiled when Sunny heard the two thugs before they could find her. Last week on the witness stand, she testified that as she got out of the shower, she heard her roommate screaming.
What did you hear her say?
She said, please don't hurt me, take anything you want.
What happened after you heard these voices?
I was in shock, I was scared, so I grabbed my cellular phone, and then I went into my bathroom and I locked myself in and I dialed 911.
Your roommate is in the house also? How many people totally in the house?
The fact that she was whispering made me had to focus my attention on her a lot more because I couldn't hear what she was saying. So I had to have her repeat a couple times and echo what she was saying so that she would confirm if what I had said was right or not.
But the terrible ordeal wasn't over yet for Sunny.
While I was talking to the operator, my bathroom door was knocked open. I heard a loud bang and, a man comes in with a gun pointing to my face.
You see that man here in court today?
Yes.
Would you point him out for us? Indicating Defendant Bryant here, second from the end?
Yes.
When the police arrived, Sunny and her roommate, both tied up in the bathtub, were rescued, and Jeen and her criminal accomplices were arrested. On her second day on the witness stand, Sunny Han collapsed and was taken to the hospital. Can you blame her? Can you imagine what it's like to be hunted by a murderer and to have that murderer turn out to be your own sister, your own evil twin?
Before I go out live to the West Coast for an update, Dr. Jane Greer, that must be the ultimate betrayal.
Yeah, it is the ultimate betrayal because the greed and or the neediness that would drive one person to do it to another, let alone a twin, an identical twin, is beyond comprehension.
Let me go now to Dave Lopez, our colleague from KCBS, a veteran in the Southern California area. He's been covering the trial. Dave, we're watching Sunny testify now. Evidently, she's gotten over that bizarre episode last week where she attempted to cause a drug overdose, I guess.
Right.
Do you think she will be believed? Is she believable? Does it sound as if she's making the points here?
Well, the defense made a very big point about they wanted to get to her medical records, and the Court of Appeal less than a half hour ago ruled that the defense is not entitled to question her on those medical records. The jury will not be able to hear anything about her medical background. The defense attorney has told me that the one thing they must do is they must destroy her credibility in front of that jury. I was in court a week ago last Tuesday when Sunny Han appeared in court. She was a completely different looking young lady than she was the previous day. Obviously, she was medicated on something. She admitted to a bailiff that she was very distraught, very upset, and the quote from the bailiff was, "I want to kill myself." She took 35 over-the-counter sleeping pills, guzzled down with a bottle of beer, was rushed to the hospital after the court realized that she was much sicker than what the court thought at first. And so the whole question now that the defense wants to raise in front of the jury is credibility. Is she feeling bad enough about what she is doing on the stand to actually kill herself, and can she be believed? So that is where they stand right now.
Let's listen in just for a minute. I'd like you to meet Trevor Garrell, ex-Manhattan DA, criminal civil litigator, now a commentator for CourtTV. We'll watch together, Trevor, and I'd like you to tell us whether or not a jury could possibly believe a woman who has already attempted, apparently, to kill herself. Well, tell us right now during this pause, as he's looking for the exhibits. Go ahead.
Well, I tell you, Geraldo, this is a very strange, quirky case. So many twists and turns. It almost is reminiscent of being in the Twilight Zone to some extent. This twin, although she's being perceived as the good twin, ironically, she doesn't really embrace all of that goodness because there's been a history. She actually punched her sister in the past, Jeena, which caused her sister to bleed. She was then imprisoned, and while she was imprisoned, the sister Jeena stole her car, drove away with it, and would refuse to return her car. At that point, the so-called good twin then reported a car stolen to the police, and the police recovered it. So there are these dynamics in the past. And also, the so-called good twin has a history of being arrested as well. She stole a friend's credit card and ran up a pretty substantial bill. So there are interrelationships. As a matter of fact, I'd just like to pose a very quick question to Dr. Greer.
Go ahead.
Considering the strong bonding that obviously takes place between twins, is it possible that if this so-called bad twin hates herself, might she not try to cause harm to the other sister as a masochistic way of hurting herself?
Ooh, that's pretty complex there.
Yeah, well, yes, because to put it very in a more simple way, there's a blur in the boundaries sometimes that goes on between twins, and there's the individual and the twin-dividual. So it's individuality.
The individual and the twin-dividual.
Yeah, the individuality and the twin-dividuality. So identity becomes me and you. It's as if we are one. And so there is a confusion at times with twins, with the roles that go on, and most importantly, there's an interplay. So one twin is the good twin, the other is the bad twin, and then they'll change roles and they'll flip roles. And so where one starts and the other ends sometimes gets confused, as in this case.
Here is the so-called good twin as she appeared talking about this very conflict on the program last summer.
Right now, I just want this whole thing to be just over. I'm having a very hard time dealing with my life. I want to move on with my life. And
Have you spoken to your sister recently?
No, I have not.
Have you spoken to her since her incarceration?
She has called me twice. A few days later, when she was caught. And
what did she say? Did she apologize?
No. The first time I spoke to her, she called, of course, from jail, and she said to me, crying, "Why did you put my in jail?" And I didn't put her in jail. I had no idea it was her, behind all this. I'm not sure if it is too. And I told her, I didn't do that, And of course, she's telling me, I didn't do anything wrong to you, and why are you doing this to me?
But Sunny, you know that Jeen did hire these people to kill you.
Well, I'd rather say I don't want to believe it. I don't want to believe it. Because if I do believe it...
The twin murder conspiracy, the ultimate betrayal, our focus. We'll be right back, folks. Stay tuned.